Hi, I'm Rob Steinke and I welcome you to my Harness Makers Workshop. Come inside and see what I've got for you today. Now, apart from doing the videos for YouTube, I also do them for an internet magazine called the Carriage Commentator. Very good, highly recommended, all about carriages, driving horses, harness making for me, wheel writing, everything. Well worth a look. All the details are on the listing of this YouTube video that I'm filming now. So what I've got this week is a customer brought in an old an old collar used for private drive and wanted it renovated, tidied up. It was in poor state, but basically sound, the construction of it, but he wanted at the same time it to be converted to trade. Now the trade harness is a bit like what you used to see. Now there's one of my little models for the express stairway. It's what the tradesmen used to use, and apart from just all in black, they would often have it trimmed in the red paint that you might have seen, the yellow, nice big roll of yellow paint in here, and the inside of the collar, sometimes it's leather, not always. Sometimes it has this lovely woolen collar check. It's very hard wearing, it doesn't fray, and it's excellent for the horse. It's nice and comfortable. So I did this longer video, nearly an hour long. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you about 5-10 minutes. I'll edit it down. Hope I've whet your appetite, and you go on to the Carriage Commentator and see the full length. And especially if you go on that one, there's a surprise right at the very end of it. I won't tell you, because if I told you what it was, it wouldn't be a surprise, would it? So no, enjoy this one. I'll come to you at the end of it and see how you got on with it, and look forward to seeing you again. Okay, so follow me on this trip. It was a great project, we call it that, of converting this collar with for private drive into a trade collar. So come and see how I got on. Okay, come on. Now the first thing I've done is take my head knife, cut the stitching around the top part there, used my nail claw, took the nails off, and there is that which I think badly needs replacing. So you can see the straw, a lot of glue in this, but that does help. Not criticising that, I've used it plenty of times myself when I've needed to. And now I can just ease off the edging of the wale, which I'm going to put nice new leather all the way over, so that'll freshen that part up. Stitch that on first, and then I'm going to put the collar check on. We now come to stitching on the covering for the wale. Now I've got a lovely hide here. The customer didn't want it painted leather. It's a nice matte finish to it. That's the width of the lining I'm going to put over the wale now. A bit long, so I cut it off. In the water, let it soak for a good while, and that makes it just that little bit pliable. So I use a big awl. I don't stitch with two awls at once, but there's one awl that just keeps it in position while I stitch right the way through the wale and the old one. Now just see where the stitch marks are. I've marked the stitching right the way through. You can see it's coming out where there. The awl, put it through, yeah, This is good heavy wax thread, double thickness, and give it a really good pull. And there we have the lining, the first one stitched onto the collar. I haven't put the final stitches on by the casing. Can you see the awls holding it all in place? And now I shall put the second one on, and then I'll lace it all down as tight as I can. Now we're getting there, The lining is all in place, looking a bit different now. Now I need to do the main casing along here. So I've cut the pattern out, the leather. That is going to fit into the groove there. That will, as you can see, that will fit in. That will fold over. I'll do this part before I actually stitch it on, and then there is some piping to go in there, so you will end up with that sort of effect. So I'm going to get on now, cut the other half of the casing out, prepare the piping, and up to now it's all been hand stitching. Now goes on the machine to machine round 2 rows, and then I'll be hand stitching the casing on, and you'll really start to see the finished product then. Now I've altered the camera around to a slightly different angle than I normally use, so you can see me stitching. That is the wale running along there, and underneath that there is where the hames will sit. So you can see it's coming on. This is the part that you'll see on the outside. So I'm just single needle there, big awl, pass that through to one side, pull like mad, because I want a nice groove in there to take the hames. I'll try and keep my arms out of the way so you can see actually me stitching. Right, let's get that one in there. So as I take the awl away, this needle there comes out, and I pull tight into the next one. And okay, I'm cheating. I have made some of these holes first because it speeds up on the video. So I pull with this hand very tight to pull the leather into that groove, and then onto the next one. Come here, you. Fine, there we come. See, needle coming out there. Give it a big pull. So here we have it, so nearly finished. The outer casing has been stitched on along the wale. You've got the nice red piping running along it. It's all nice and tight, the lining. So it's just a few bits to finish. As I say, that will be closed off at the top, and can hardly put that back on it, can I? That is so I'll make a new one. I was playing around to get the pattern right, and I made a yellow one, but no, I'll make a nice black one for it. That'll fit on there just to tidy the ends where the 2 straw ends meet. And then the other end, the casing is in 2 parts, so I've just got to stitch them up together. I put the stitches in. Now I'm just going to pull them nice and tight. That's it. Come here, and you can start to see how all this will come together. Now finally it's finished. I've taken off all these horrible bits that were on it before. Do you remember that bit on the top? Yes, they're all for the bin now. Well, I might keep them to show other people if they bring collars in. And here is the finished article. There we are. You can see I've lined it all in the collar check, got rid of the nasty imperfection in the padding, put a new casing on, just a touch of red, not too much, and did whale pair of plates on, and looks totally different, doesn't it? So, now, hope you enjoyed that. It was a fun project to do. I enjoyed it. The customer was very happy as well, so everyone was happy. If you want to see the full version, then go on to Carriage Commentator. As I say, it's on YouTube. The listing will give you the address, and you'll see all the different things they do, from blowing the coach horn to the competitions, both in Britain, Ireland and abroad. So it's well worth a visit. So thank you for watching, and I'll be the next one I'm going to film will be all the work that's coming for the next month. Yeah, I think there's most probably a collar in that as well. But do come and see what I've got. It's always interesting. Okay, it's something different every time. Okay, so once again, thank you very much. And if you can put your finger on the button to subscribe, it'll be much appreciated. Okay, great. Thanks for being with me. Cheerio.